We got Laro back finally. The audio's working.
You can
Laro,
hear
how
me?
you feeling, brother? Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
I'm good, man. Just a little technical difficulties. We in the dungeon at the culture cellar. We in the cellar right now.
In the cellar. Yeah, I see y'all been working, man. I seen on the Instagram. Got some stuff coming.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, well, I got to do my thing real quick, and then we're gonna get right back to editing and getting this thing together so we can put it out.
Definitely, I'm on the same way, man. I gotta y'all be getting content every week during my 2 week sabbatical because I'm spending the rest of the night editing. There's gonna be at least a video on YouTube every day. So y'all, like Chuck was talking about 24-hour news. So y'all ain't finna forget about me while I'm sitting here getting drunk and watching holiday movies over the next couple of days. So
Okay.
we got stuff dropping continuously, man. But Lara, man, we're gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff. But I want to get your opinion on this Travis Hunter situation. Travis Hunter just won the Heisman last week, which I feel like has gone under the radar, which is nuts. That should be the conversation here. That he's a generational player who won the Heisman. But no, we up here talking about his girlfriend because of all the stuff that's been going on. She ain't making no better with that long 7-minute TikTok video she put out. What's your thoughts on everything that's been going on with that? The blowback from older people, people on Twitter, and just Travis' reaction to it as well.
What was his reaction before I give my?
He was on there. He was on his stream playing video games, getting mad. Y'all ain't even got a girl. Don't worry about your girl.
Yeah, basically saying leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say this is a classic case of the same thing we've seen before. Many of guys even the older people who's upset about the girl, like we've all seen some athlete with a woman he shouldn't be with, and he finds out later on in life he shouldn't be with her. I don't know that lady. I don't really know too much about her. I saw her tattoo on her finger, and it was a money sign on her ring finger. So that's a clear-cut sign of what you been through. But I saw a picture of him when he was younger, and he looked like a guy who would, go for the first girl who looked decent for him. So I mean, I can't judge him for none of the things going on. He's gonna make a lot of money eventually at one point, and this will be behind him. He might have to split some with her. Hopefully, he don't knock her up. But we just watch Zion do all this same type of stuff, so it's just like the kids just don't learn, man. I always talk about that phone being called a smartphone, but it ain't nobody smart who use it. It don't make no sense. Like we got all this information at our fingertips, and we still fall in we doing the same shit that the niggas did before us. And it's like, when are we gonna save ourselves? So, let Travis, handle that. I hope he don't marry her. I hope maybe it's a joke, I hope it's a joke, kind of like I hope that Joe Smith stuff was a joke, but I still don't know if that was a joke.
We still don't know if that was a joke, right?
Hey, man, that's all I got to say about Travis. I want to pray for him a little bit, but he gonna learn his lesson when he's 25 or something. When he's 22,
he's 22. Yeah, he a kid, man.
27, he gonna learn. When his back hurt one day for no reason, he gonna learn it. That
Dante, back. Exactly, Dante. What's your take on it if you have one?
This is just further proof of what I always say, bro. We know way too much about these people. I don't give a damn who his girlfriend is, bro. I care about Travis Hunter as a football player. Like people, giving their 2 cents. We saw Bow Wow comments he made, which as a former team star, that's one person who actually it makes sense that he said something. But he was talking about shit that wasn't true. It was from a wrong website or whatever. And so it's like, bro, y'all are way too invested in these people's personal lives. And like a lot of people do it, I think, like out of envy, because you got a lot of shorties hating on shorty. They want to be her. They want to be sitting where she's sitting. So that's why they're saying all of this. But again, to Larry's point, you gotta let these kids live and learn. They got a lot of money. They're gonna make mistakes. I'm at the point now with like certain shit that athletes do. I'm not throwing up no red flags because listen, you've seen enough people lose their money. You've seen enough people with the baby mamas and all that other shit. So I mean, bro, you know what this is. If that's the life you want to lead, so be it. And hopefully it work out for him. You feel me? Because we saying all this, and just on the other side playing devil's advocate, we don't know shorty. I ain't know who the fuck she was until 2 weeks ago, and apparently she been with him since he was at Jackson State. So
I'm with
good luck to him.
A lot of this stuff is like headlines I only comment on because I have a podcast and shit. Like I don't be caring about 95% of this stuff. I'm just upset that the conversation is Travis was incredible and he won Heisman Trophy. That's what I'm upset about. Like, I don't care about what his girlfriend is. When you're a 22-year-old, whether you're an athlete or not, you ain't trying to hit with niggas older than you were saying. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like a lot of the emotion is some niggas who mad they not, Trav. You got some people, some women who mad they not Trav girl. This is overall stupid. I just hope he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he might just have to learn. Who knows? She might not be nothing like people would describe her to be. I don't know this young woman. She might be a nice person. I don't know. I just hope that we can get back talking about the football, man. He's gonna be a top 5 draft pick in the NFL draft coming up. He's gonna be great. Also, got to give love to Dion and just the way he's been there. Travis Hunter had one of the best Heisman speeches ever. Like, it was a beautiful speech thanking Coach Prime. You can tell he's got a real brother type relationship with Shador, and even bringing a spotlight on his actual father who wasn't able to be there, and seeing his reaction, I thought was dope. But I just wanted to get the conversation because we have to make content. Like, but
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Overall, I don't care. I just hope Travis stays away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't want my boy to go over there. Stay away from them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, man. But let's go on to end of year top moments in the culture. We're coming down to the end of the year with, I feel like there's been a lot of big storylines. Obviously, Drake and Kendrick's probably the biggest storyline of the year. We had an election this year. We've had big movies, big situations. Diddy went to jail. Jay-Z allegations, which Jay has really responded pretty well to, in my opinion. It's funny. I seen somebody, when you're in the entertainment industry, you can tell who wrote what. JPR did not write any of them PR statements, like, at all. That was Jay on his word. I'm like, nah, fuck that nigga. But Lara, what's some of the biggest moments to you this year that will kind of stand out to you as top moments in the culture?
I think the Kendrick moment is the biggest moment of the year to me, because if it was more about hip hop coming back in the forefront, meaningful music, I would say. I think even with these interviews that we've been seeing with like Lil Baby and him, kind of like, that's another side of hip hop or whatever, that weirdness. I think it's him pushing, him saying he didn't want the culture to be in the hands of people like academics and what's the other guy named? The guy, Adam 22. Yeah,
Adam 22. Adam 22. Yeah.
I mean, I think it was referencing those kind of people, just having the game, going through those people, Vlad and all of those things. And these are like the media guys. I like some of the things that came from the Kendrick shit. More than just the music, it was almost like hip hop taking ourselves back a little bit. And I think that's important for the culture. Like, that's the biggest thing, the culture for me, other than, you spoke on a lot. The Diddy thing is crazy. Nigga, did y'all know Lunchables was bad for you?
I had no idea about that. Lunchables.
At this point, I think I'm not surprised. Anything processed is bad for you at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are the things that happened in 2024. We lost a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Culturally, I think that's a big thing too, because like we talked about earlier this year, or this season, about how we lost some people who were legends, and are we creating any new ones right now? And are we opening the door for people to become legends and stuff? We got even like Chris Brown just have this big show in Africa, I think 2 back-to-back
massive show. Proof that the internet is not a real place.
And they don't talk about that, like the world still, the world has kind of like separated the art from the artist, at least for him. To where he can go other countries and sell out and stuff like that. And America, the one still beating him.
I mean, he had a sold out arena tour last summer.
He did here, but I just mean when it comes to like the endorsements or him being put in the place that he should be based on his art, we've hindered that. But I just feel like him being over there and showcasing that was a good thing for the culture as well, just to see. It's bigger than sometimes us. You know what I'm saying? America we the creators of stuff, but it don't mean we carry it all the time. Like, how Germany is always carry hip hop and shit like that. Just we carry our cultures are carried all over the world. So we just gotta, appreciate who we got. I feel like appreciate who we have, use what we have. These legends ain't here longer enough, and we lost Quincy Jones. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of people. So it was just like the culture has to get to the point where we can create a space for new legends, create time. Like I listened to Chuck before he came on, and some of the stuff he was saying about just in the music industry of creating that space to, basically to create a classic again, to create another legendary artist. Like we got to get back to making music matter again. I feel like Kendrick did that though, 100%.
And Kendrick's a great, kind of, we talking about appreciate legends. When we're watching right now, I actually think his man, Hit a J, he tweeted the same thing. Like, you got to appreciate what Kendrick's doing right now, because even with his run, I know I sound like a stan, and it's fine. I don't care. It's Kenny and Hov for me, brother. That's what up. And Super Future, them my niggas right there. But what you're watching right now, you usually see a run like this with somebody first coming to the game. This is like 15 years in. Like this is something where you can argue that damn era he sold more. He was a higher selling artist then, but he's never been bigger than what he is now. Like you got little kids rapping out like us. It's crazy. I was on a podcast last night. Shout out to the 108. I was on their year-end pod, and one of the guys was talking about, his school. They had the kids at church that said not like us. He's like, I don't know, kids should be having shirts like that, but you just see like the influence of what he's been doing. Appreciate this run right now. And like, I'm not a J. Cole fan anymore, but I think him selling out the Garden this week and what he's doing, that's clear sign that he's got fans still. And Chris Brown, legend. Chris Brown album came out 20 years ago, bro. Like, Chris is somebody, not granted, Chris gets in his own way. So I'm not going to sit up and act like people just, saying things about Chris to be saying about him, but he doesn't get the appreciation either. And you should appreciate at least the music side of what he's doing. Usher has been on tour for like 3 years now, it feels like. But I do think as a culture, we don't need to be accepting of some of the new people. That's why I love what Doechie's doing so much. Like, Lero, you've been a big, person on talking about her album. She could be one of them new legends.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think she's super dope. She got everything that you need as far as the showmanship. She knows how to say her words. She knows how to rap her songs. She has performance. Her levels on performing is crazy. I've been watching all of that. I still ain't watched Tiny Desk because I just been letting it settle down before I get into it. Like, I want people to stop talking about it so I can watch it and have my own view of it. But man, yeah, she's amazing. She definitely somebody who I feel like could be another legend. I mean, Doja Cat is on her way to being one of those as well.
Yeah, Doja.
Man. We didn't talk about this because I'm sorry, we wrapping up, but the best thing of the year, like one of the best people who had one of the best years this year, especially for the culture, Glorilla, man.
Yeah, Glow's been killing.
Glow's been going crazy.
Glow's been killing, bro. I'm a big fan of Glorilla. First of all, I just love somebody who is in their personality and they just true who they are. Even though I thought the NBA interviewing her and telling her to pronounce names was a little cringeworthy. Like, I don't like how they do her and her homeboy from the Panthers. What's his name? Leggett.
Leggett.
Yeah, like, oh, he's country voice. Like, yeah, but they're like, hey, Glover, I can picture a little white girl walking on the globe. Can you say these names for us? Like, that don't sit well with me. Right. But I just love everything Glow was doing and just the poster she has on the fans, man. And you saw it when she came out to the TD show last week. She set it up out there. So she's definitely been awesome. And I think Snoop said it where he's like, TDE is great because they actually have artist development, which is just not a thing. Like, Doechie's been on Top Dog like 3-4 years at this point. So it's not like she just popped out of nowhere. But now it's just her time, man. And I actually hope the rumor of her open up for Kendrick and SZA is true. I would love to see her on those tour stops. They asked about on Breakfast Club, and she kind of gave I can't say it, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be on there for a couple stops, man. But let's move on to the final topic, man. I was talking about earlier. We've been asking people their grievances for 2024. What's some things that you don't want to see in 2025, things that may annoy you in this year. It ain't got to be sports related. It could be anything. It could be like, oh, I don't like the way, niggas get on the damn ride and think this is Fast and Furious 12. Like, it could be anything like that.
I mean, one of those Dan Ryan things, I hate when people drive the shoulder. If you late, you fucking late. I think You late. You're not finna cut in front of me and fuck up my shit. So that's one thing I definitely have a grievance with. But I mean, I ain't stopping people. Some people might have an emergency. One of my other grievances is a big grievance that we all had. I'm really disgusted in Diddy. Diddy is actually a bad boy. Really didn't need to find this out like this. Horrible year for him. I already said earlier, we need to start gatekeeping ourselves. I might not have said it, but I was alluding to it, that I feel like with the little baby stuff and him saying it's another side of hip hop that he don't participate in, we should start gatekeeping our whole culture from some of ourselves. Like, some people just doesn't need to be. Let him fizzle out. When hip hop is not pop music no more, let him fizzle out with those people who make that kind of music. And the real hip hop shit that's going to be going on forever is going to continue to go on. And the last thing, I really, really want to leave 20 versus ones in this year. I don't want to see it no more, man. I'm sick of it. Every day I get on Facebook, it's on there. It's like, man, this is why I don't like being on Facebook. Like, I see it on there more than anything. Hate 20 versus 1. Hate seeing Woody. Hate seeing Charleston White. I don't care. Like,
I still want to know what Charleston White is famous for. Like,
berating niggas.
And it's nuts. Like, Charleston White's talking about this. I don't care about that nigga, man.
I will say Charleston got a little bit of truthfulness in his stuff. I understand some of his shit, but I don't watch or keep up with any internet people at all. Like, I still live in a world where YouTube and the internet is not real celebrities and fame and talent like that. It's just like another thing. Even though I'm a part of that in a way, I still don't feel like I still feel funny about calling myself a comedian, and I ain't never did stand up. So I'm still not going for the internet people need to matter thing. Like, they don't.
And they pushing it heavy. G, I don't know if you saw. I think it was Vanity Fair, and they was like the new Hollywood, and it was just a whole bunch of people from Instagram.
Whole bunch of influencer niggas from Instagram.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of influencer niggas from Instagram, and it's like, don't get me wrong, they've developed the talent and put their work into the reels, but it's not the same as like Hollywood. It's like it was different. It was supposed to be levels to it, and we try to sit here and muddy the waters and act like everybody can do everything, and no, you can't, and you shouldn't be able to, and that's okay.
And that brings back to one of your grievances, Dante. Bring back Shane.
Yeah, bro.
Bring it back. But it's some guys out there who I do think are doing it right. Like Mr. Beast, I think is doing pretty well with the way he spreads his money and tries to help other people. Right. And Kev on Stage, I think he doing it right too, because
I'm a big Kev on Stage fan, man. Shout out to Kev on Stage.
The way he becoming the new Tyler Perry, the way he got studios, he's on his way off the internet. So I do see some people using it the right way, but like, I don't need to see every motherfucking body.
But it's like we naming like 4-5 people. Like, I love Drewski, and Drewski hits 100%. I love Lou Young is one of the most underrated funny. I love Lou Young, bro. Like, and I love the love he gets from the NFL community because he used to play for the Panthers. So he's one of the guys I feel like is doing it right too. But a lot of these niggas, man, like you said, Lero, you and Reese always said about stop rapping, stop making content, okay?
Stop the content. That might be my new shit. Stop content.
Yeah, stop content, bro. Everything gotta be content, nigga. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, me and my friends, we think we're funny. Let's do a podcast. No, like it's work to this, bro. Like, somebody told me, I'm not gonna say who it is. Somebody was like, well, you just put up a microphone, nigga. I put in work, bro. Like, I be having the show scheduled. I'm looking up stats. I got the whole plan. Yeah, Dante, you can look at the rundown. Like, it be real detail, bro.
Yeah, we don't play them type of games.
Yeah.
Y'all hard. Y'all be doing y'all thing. Don't let nobody shit on your shit, man. Like, it take a lot of work to do this. You schedule on every week. You always hit me up with their schedules. Whoever that nigga is, I hope he watching. This nigga be sending out the list of what's going on. He hitting you every week. If we can't do it, we can't do it. And it's usually because he got to go to London to the Bears game. Like, man, shout out to my boy. This is the CEO right here. I know he ain't changed. He didn't change his name, but he's right there, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Anything you want to plug, man? That before we get you up out of here.
I'm gonna just say, Culture Seller, man. We got our new. We doing our wrap up. It's supposed to be dropping within the next week because we want it to be out before the 1st. So that's what I'm over here doing right now, getting this thing together. Just to introduce ourselves and give a little bit of our personality and make people laugh and do the same kind of thing you just did here, but just different. You feel me?
Definitely, man. Definitely. Definitely looking forward to that, man. We gonna holler at you at the beginning of the year. If you not a tune, man, follow Larry's Legend on Twitter at Larry's Legend 1 on Instagram, and of course follow the Culture Seller as well. Get in tune with everything they're doing over there, brother. You enjoy your holidays, man. We gonna holler at you after the New Year, G.
Yes, sir. Y'all be easy.
So cool.
Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line.